but really marked by the official Jubilee portraits as well, displayed alongside the magnificent jewels which Her Majesty has kindly allowed us to include.
Princess Alexandra just surprised everyone by giving the Queen Mother's most valuable private jewels to Catherine, skipping over Queen Camilla entirely. This was not a mistake. It followed a personal family instruction that has just come to light. But why did Alexandra choose Catherine? And what does this shocking decision say about Camilla's role in the royal family?
Not everything on display here is jewellery. In fact, there's something here that the boys might like.
A sword. A staff.
And you're particularly interested in these diamonds, Joanna, aren't you?
Join us as we explore the latest drama in the British royal family. Princess Alexandra and Kate, secret transfer. Princess Alexandra secretly gave a set of jewels from the late Queen Mother to Catherine, and there was no official announcement about it. Most of what we see from the royal family, ceremonies, waves from balconies, and fancy outfits, only shows the surface of their lives. The real stories happen away from the cameras, in quiet moments and private conversations. Princess Alexandra was very close to the Queen Mother. After she died in 2002, most of her personal jewelry did not automatically become official state property. Some of these pieces belonged only to her, connected to her memories and identity. They weren't the grand jewels worn at events, but rather gifts from her family and friends. The palace did not say what happened to these jewels, and this silence suggested something important. The people who valued the jewels understood they were more than just expensive items. They carried emotional significance. These pieces, worn during personal family time, represented love and memory. When Catherine received the jewels, she gained more than just beautiful items. She inherited a piece of the Queen Mother's personal history and spirit, making the transfer significant. The handover happened quietly, without any cameras, photos, or stylists present. It took place in a private room at Clarence House, a home closely linked to the Queen Mother in her later years. After King George VI died, Clarence House became her sanctuary. She kept traditions alive there and maintained the warmth that made her beloved. Receiving anything in that space meant a lot. According to palace insiders, Princess Alexandra did not make this decision lightly. The transfer completed a responsibility she had for years. The Queen Mother valued intention and remembrance. Alexandra cared for the jewels with respect, not fear. She watched as Catherine's role changed, both in public and in private spaces where tone matters more than titles. She assessed Catherine's presence in those settings. However, the most surprising aspect was how the transfer occurred. It was quiet, with no cameras or photos. There were no stylists or royal dressers involved. It took place in a private room at Clarence House, associated with the Queen Mother. Clarence House was her refuge after King George VI's death, where she continued to welcome guests and uphold traditions. Receiving her personal jewels there held deep meaning for anyone familiar with royal customs. Royal historians describe the jewels as those close to the Queen Mother's heart. Some of them predated her marriage, while others came from family lines rarely spoken about. One story mentions a piece she wore frequently during World War II hospital visits. The Queen Mother believed jewelry should not only be beautiful, but also hold memories. Wearing items that reminded her of her past helped her carry her identity into the present. Handing these pieces to Catherine symbolized passing on the continuity of a personality that valued kindness. Something unexpected happened during the handover. Camilla did not receive the jewelry. This was intentional, not accidental. Camilla already had her own history and jewelry that reflected her lineage and relationship with the king. The Queen Mother's personal jewelry did not fit that path. Instead, they went to Catherine. This choice communicated a silent message about the jewel's significance. Values and memories tied to them would be safe with Catherine. There was no need for explanations, as those who needed to understand quietly grasped the meaning. Senior courtiers, especially those who served through multiple reigns, recognized what was happening without needing explanations. They observed many monarchs and learned to read meaning in small decisions. For them, this moment was not about choosing one person over another or about rivalry. It was about protecting the Queen Mother's vision for what the monarchy should be at its core. Catherine did not seek attention. She did not raise her voice to be noticed. She carried herself gently, yet people felt her presence. This quality was admired and steadying, important for an institution always under scrutiny. When Catherine received the jewels, she understood what they represented. However, many still wonder why Catherine was chosen. Stay tuned, as the story is about to take a dramatic turn. The Queen Mother's will, a sealed clause and lineage. The royal family has two types of jewels. One group consists of crown jewels that are securely stored and used only for important events, such as coronations. The second group includes personal jewels that hold special meaning, not just for display. The Queen Mother made it clear when to use each type of jewelry. While planning her estate, even at the age of 101, she identified a key difference between public and private jewels. She included a clause in her will that kept her personal jewelry private. The public would have no access to it, and only a few trusted family members would know about it. This decision was not driven by greed, but by a desire to preserve family stories. When memories get too public, they often become distorted. The Queen Mother wanted her memories to stay protected and true to their original meaning. She experienced many significant events in her life, including World War II, where she boosted morale, and her son Bertie's unexpected rise to the throne after his brother's abdication. She guided him through tough times and helped him maintain his composure. The public's perception of the royal family changed over the years, and she noted that loyalty could falter, especially when style overshadowed substance. The royal family's strength comes not from wealth or titles, but from quiet service and dignity during tough times. The Queen Mother valued those who contributed without seeking attention. She believed in the importance of staying true to oneself, despite the pressures of being in the spotlight. Her insights into duty and service shaped her legacy. Catherine Middleton, Kate, represents a more modern, steady approach. She has built her public image carefully and focuses on family and children, showing warmth much like the Queen Mother did during the war. Polls show that people trust Kate, making her a strong figure within the family. Behind the scenes, she is known as calm and collected, listening to others and handling family matters gently. This aligns with the Queen Mother's idea of quiet strength and influence. In contrast, Camilla's approach to her role has been questioned. She carries elements from her past and has shifted from the background to a prominent, supportive role. The Queen Mother might have been cautious about how this could affect public trust in the monarchy. Kate's balanced approach fits nicely into the royal narrative, while Camilla's style raises some concerns. The royal family navigates these challenges while maintaining a supportive atmosphere. The Queen Mother's plan for her estate is an intelligent way to stay strong. Her jewels are not just items, they reflect resilience. Kate embodies this quiet strength, while Camilla takes a different approach. In a world full of noise, the Queen Mother's wisdom remains relevant. What part resonates more with you, the Queen Mother's resilience or Kate's calm presence? Share your thoughts below and stay tuned for Camilla's story next. Queen Camilla's reaction, humiliation and divisions. A quiet change is happening at Buckingham Palace without any official records or emails. It's a smooth handover at Clarence House. Aides sip tea and write notes by hand, keeping secrets hidden. Royal archivists understand that skipping formalities makes it harder to challenge things later, which can embarrass the royal family. Camilla learns from an aide that the Queen Mother's prized possessions were given to Kate without her knowledge. The aide hints it might be a mistake. As Queen Consort, Camilla would expect these sentimental heirlooms to go to her. But instead, she faces a harsh reminder of emotional legacies. Feeling sidelined leads to humiliation. Although Camilla seems composed, those around her notice her distress. Her body language is stiff, and she stays quiet, with no witty remarks. It feels like discovering that a beloved grandparent had a special list of favorites, and her name isn't on it. It hurts. This situation exposes a long-known truth about the monarchy. There are two ways to gain influence. The official route involves titles and ceremonies. Camilla has earned her place through perseverance. The emotional aspect includes public feelings that surveys cannot capture. Kate won hearts from the start as the relatable, normal girl. To the Queen Mother, this connection represented deep stability. King Charles is in damage control, questioning aides about the situation. When? Who approved this? Can we go back? The answers are troubling. If they change the narrative, the royal family may appear petty. Charles must choose between supporting his wife and admitting this was more than a minor mistake. The Queen Mother's stance reflects timeless wisdom. PR experts suggest silence can convey steadiness. William feels this situation deeply. He understands the Queen Mother's preferences, focusing on duty over glamour. Kate has faced scrutiny without faltering. He firmly states, "These stay with her," solidifying his support. Any reversal is unlikely. He has protected the family legacy. Inside the palace, tensions rise. Staff are cautious, and loyalties shape opinions. Camilla's supporters feel hurt, while William and Kate's backers cheer for her. Public appearances continue, but the atmosphere is tense. Kate remains composed and focused on her duties, carrying her responsibilities lightly. Fans see her echoing the Queen Mother's values. Camilla feels isolated. Each look from others could be sympathetic or critical. She has worked hard to gain acceptance, but recent events threaten that progress. Charles feels torn. He loves Camilla and respects the Queen Mother. His decisions must balance current peace with future responsibilities. This situation reshapes royal dynamics. Camilla's quiet shifts show that emotions can override formalities. Charles's struggle reveals that royal life is not a fairy tale. What concerns you more, Camilla's cold response or William's firm stance? If you were Charles, would you rewind or accept? Watch for Kate's upcoming appearances. Public reactions will matter. The conversation around the crown continues. Princess Catherine's newfound brooch, a symbol of continuity. Imagine a clear morning, just like any other royal event with Kate. There are no leaks or press buzz. People stand along the sidewalks, chatting and waiting for her wave and smile. It feels calm, similar to many outings before. There's no sign of drama. A black car arrives quietly. The door opens and Catherine steps out, showing her usual grace. The crowd reacts with cheers and smiles. Then something changes, catching everyone's attention. Photographers focus intently, momentarily frozen. Something small glimmers in the light. It's a pearl cluster surrounded by diamonds, shaped like a delicate flower, a vintage piece. Those who remember it feel an instant flashback. That's the brooch the Queen Mother wore proudly in her later years, featured in portraits and public events. It was her quiet signature. After disappearing in 2002, it seemed like a family secret. Now, over 20 years later, it's back on Kate's shoulder, as if it never left. It's a moment that gives chills. There's no fanfare or royal announcement explaining its significance. It simply exists. In royal terms, this silence speaks loudly. People understand instinctively. For some, it's a comforting reminder. For others, it signifies that the Windsor family story continues. It's a peaceful legacy that lands softly. Pictures spread online quickly. Twitter users ask, "Wait, is that her brooch?" Instagram stories highlight their shine, and TikToks zoom in with Queen Mum vibes. News networks replay the footage, pausing on Kate's moment of sparkle. It's not about showy displays, it's about the quiet elegance of jewelry that tells stories. This reflects a time when meaning mattered more than social media likes older generations feel warmth. They remember the Queen Mother as a beloved figure who spoke to people with kindness. She stayed in London during the bombings, smiling amid chaos. Duty was her focus, but she also radiated joy. People recall her as a source of comfort during tough times. She made fear feel manageable. The brooch sparks memories of simpler, stronger times. Walks during the war, cozy holidays at Burke Hall, and genuine laughter that broke the crown's stiffness. It feels like a gentle reminder of her spirit. Not a loud return, just a soft, "Remember me?" Newspapers cover this with respect, not scandal. They write, "Kate represents continuity, highlighting tradition in our fast-moving world." It's like cultural comfort food, not sensational news. At home, discussions flow easily. The royals feel real again, one mother shares over tea. Like borrowing Grand's scarf, it feels safe. Kids who never knew the Queen Mother pick up on the excitement from family conversations. It's not just a pretty thing, it's meaningful. This isn't a fashion mistake, it's a connection to family heritage. Palace news feels personal, like a diary entry. Alexandra, who has cared for the Queen Mother's jewels in secret, feels a quiet success when she sees the brooch on Kate. It signifies a connection to her past and the royal legacy, a reminder that small symbols can resonate deeply. Charles notices this too, but keeps his thoughts private. The brooch links him to his mother, Queen Elizabeth, and grandmother, creating a powerful sense of continuity without words. Kate remains relaxed, letting the brooch tell its own story as she engages warmly with others. Public reaction is gentle, as people feel a sense of unity and warmth, a belief that the monarchy is thoughtful and timeless. The Queen Mother's collection holds many untold stories, and whispers hint at more to come. What's next? Perhaps more treasures tied to her legacy. So, which speaks to you more, the World War II connection or Alexandra's quiet success? Share your thoughts below. If this brightened your day, like it, share with friends, and subscribe for heirloom updates. Here's to lasting beauty.